Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Coral Cadets, the world-famous 12-man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies. Some noise. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Leaves it with the back. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the option. Quick toss. At the 35, he's got room. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The give to the back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. On the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense has found some room on this drive, but the defense trying to stand tall on 3rd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
That makes the score Tennessee 7, Texas A&M.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to advance on the football.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Bean. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They want to run it left here. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And that one's incomplete. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. They're working that left side. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really.
And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. To the ground. He's got it again. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll send out the kicker here. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Movement here from the tight end. To the ground with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Motion from the offense. Quarterback checking off. Out of the shotgun on third down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Vols! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Finds his back in the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
That's an awesome play call, having the running back on the angle route against the blitz. So they bring the linebackers. That completely vacates the middle of the field wide open. Running back runs right into it. A nice job on the throw.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. The sure hands, it's Silva. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the move, he fires. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Slings it downfield. It's caught. And he breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They'll run the option. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Snap it to the back. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Volunteers in the hurry up. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 30.
No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Cal. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. He's got it. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And now on 1st down after converting with the run. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Vols will hustle to the line. Here's the handoff. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He's looking to throw. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Tennessee 21, Texas A&M 7.
The Vols will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to run it back. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with balls.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Makes the grab down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice.
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Takes it the other way. The 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown ball.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
That makes the score Tennessee.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Texas A&M
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're throwing for it on 4th down. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, dude.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
This offense has a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No mas. Get it together.
A 3rd down try for the offense. Using his feet to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Hayden. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working.
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
First down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running behind that left side. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 37, Texas A&M 7.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
Get set, get set.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
They'll try to snap it quickly. Wants to fire on second down. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Puts him in the spin cycle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Think about when you hit those guys on the move, man. He's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wide out in motion. On second down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wide out. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
First down here for the offense. They'll run the option. The pitch. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Trying play action. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Fourth quarter. Huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock, you can run the football, you can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for
a shot toward the end zone. And that ball is picked off.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They keep attacking through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's loose. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They want that clock to run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try the toss to the left. At the 45, on his way. Afterburners coming. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
Can anyone catch him? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Trying to get to it. They stripped it out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Line gets set, first down. The option look. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wants to throw on second down. He wants to take the top off. He's got it down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He's going to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Moving out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On fourth down, going to the air. Fires left. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the Volunteers will have it first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He's going to pass on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the route is on.
Number 0.
As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
50. Texas A&M 14.
for those open spaces, and the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
The offense starts with a short field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.